welcome everyone today. My name is Sarah Bolger, and I will be co-hosting this with Trisha Mikas. Sorry, Mikas. I always say that wrong.
Sorry.
Mikas, I say it wrong every time. And we're going to kind of go over today. We're going to talk about your health chat today is about your fitness health. So go ahead, Trisha.
So welcome everybody. I'm glad that you guys are all on. This is my first time doing this, so bear with me. I'm very excited because this is something that I'm very passionate about. I have been involved in fitness pretty much my whole life, so I'm very excited about this. So the first thing that I want to kind of just touch base on is the history of Shaklee. I know some of you are already aware of Shaklee's rich history, but for those of you who are not, I'm going to give you just a very brief overview because we want to be respectful of your time, and we could talk probably all night about this. So the first thing I want to talk about is Dr. Shaklee. Dr. Forrest Shaklee. He is the one that invented the first mineral multivitamin in the United States over 100 years ago. And then Roger Barnett is now our visionary. And his vision and his goal is to provide a healthier life for everyone with our products. So just kind of wanted to touch very quickly on that. We're also going to talk about a little bit about the purity and safety of Shaklee. It's 100% guaranteed to be safe and free from any banned substances. To ensure purity, Shaklee conducts over 100,000 quality tests per year and screens for over 350 contaminants, pesticides, and impurities in all of their products. So when we say Shaklee goes above and beyond organic, it really means that it does go above and beyond the standards of organic, because organic is a method of growing, so it doesn't ensure purity. So we want to ensure the purity by conducting the tests. Shaklee goes 3 times the required amount of tests from the United States Pharmacopoeia. So anybody can go into a store, go into GNC, you can go into Target, and you go into the vitamin aisle, and it's completely overwhelming. And you're looking at it and you're like, what do I take? I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to be looking for. You're reading labels. So basically what people do is they go and they buy the one that's in the prettiest bottle, because that's what supplements industry does. Is it's all about marketing, not about what is in the product itself. So Shaklee has helped pioneer many of these advances in nutritional research. We have over 120 published papers and scientific presentations, much of our third party. And so you know what you're getting when you are taking Shaklee products. You know exactly what's written on that label is what you're putting into your body. So it's proven by science. So that's a really big thing that I wanted just to kind of touch base on.
If you are familiar with Shaklee, you may have already heard about the Landmark study, but for those who have not, the Landmark study was one of the first ever of its kind study. And it was really looked at to measure health markers in long-term consumers of the Shaklee supplements, people who had been using the products for like 20 to 40 years. And the study was done with UC Berkeley, and it showed that long-term users of multiple Shaklee supplements had double-digit better biomarkers of their health when compared to people who took other supplements or who didn't take anything. These were with heart health, your brain health, biological stress, a lot of different factors there. So we'll gladly engage more on that if anyone has any questions. So, and then we also have, when people want to do extraordinary things, they're going to call on Shaklee. And you may have heard of our Pure Performance athletes. These are some Olympic athletes that have partnered with Shaklee and using the Shaklee products. I remember meeting with one of them, and they said that they can undergo testing 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. It does not matter. They can get tested for anything. And then, so our athletes have won a total of 137 medals in our Olympic Games to date. We've also helped fuel astronauts with NASA with the space program, such as Mark Kelly, Commander Mark Kelly. He was on the Space Shuttle Endeavour mission to the International Space Station. And his brother, Captain Scott Kelly, who used Shaklee products during his entire year on the International Space Station. And moving on from here, I'm going to reintroduce to you guys Trisha. She has an amazing background with bachelor's in exercise science. She's currently a certified personal trainer through the American Council on Exercise, as well as a weight management specialist. She has 10 years of experience in exercise physiologist, cardiopulmonary rehabilitation. I kind of can't say that goes fast. And in addition to all that studying she was doing in college, she was also a Division I collegiate athlete playing volleyball. So Tricia is here to talk about sports nutrition and why it's important.
Thank you, Sarah. Okay, so as you see, it's near and dear to my heart. It's something that I am very passionate about. So we're going to talk about the Shaklee Performance. We're going to look at how we can maximize our athletic performance and recover faster with advanced formulas powered by nature and proven by science. So there's really 4 key areas that I want to touch on today. I could probably talk in depth about each of these, but since we're short on time here and I want to be respectful of your time, we're going to kind of just touch on a few of the basics. We're going to talk about energize, hydrate, build, and recover. And as you can see, this is our most advanced, natural, and effective sports nutrition line. We have products that can meet everyone's need when it comes to sports nutrition. So whether you are just starting an exercise program, whether you go to the gym 3, 4, 5 times a week, you're a triathlete, you're a marathoner, whatever it may be, that there is always something for you. So the first thing we're going to dive into is energize. So let's face it, we all need more energy, always. But why is energy important when we're exercising? So a couple of things. We need energy because it helps keep us focused. It helps keep us alert, ready to meet the physical demands and challenges that come with our workouts. So no matter what your goal is, you want to have plenty of energy for your workouts to get the most benefit from your workout. I can speak from experience, prior to Shaklee, I've worked out and I've always done a decent job. I've never had really any major issues with it, with fatigue. But since I've started taking the Energize, whether it's the Energy Chews or now this new Energy Stick, Energize Stick, I have noticed a huge improvement in my workouts, whether it's running faster for a longer period of time, staying more focused in my workout, feeling more energy after my workout and throughout the day. So it's helped a lot. It gets you motivated to work out those early mornings when you're tired and it's dark and you wake up and you're like, oh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning and I need to go work out. I mean, I do my little shot of Energize and I'm out the door, and it is a game changer. Helps sustain your energy during your workout. So halfway through, you're not falling flat. You're not, run out of gas per se. So you're not going to get the most out of your workout. Slacking on form. So it helps you stay alert, helps you stay that mental acuity. So then you're not causing an injury. And it helps improve performance, which then equals better results. So energy is a big one. The next one I want to talk about is hydrate. And hydration is something that I can definitely talk a lot about. But why is hydration important during exercise? So when we exercise, we lose electrolytes. So, and it says here, replenish electrolytes and increase endurance and stamina. So when we sweat, we are losing those electrolytes, sodium, potassium, through our sweat, and they need to be replaced. Even if you don't think, I don't really sweat a whole lot, it doesn't matter. Even mild dehydration can affect your performance. So you want to make sure that you are keeping those electrolytes replenished, because it will help your body, help the body fluids. It's important to keep the electrolyte concentrations of your body fluids constant. That's what I was trying to say. Water is good, but it doesn't have those electrolytes in there. So when they're depleted, it can affect your performance. It can cause muscle cramping. If you ever have that, that stitch in your side when you're running, it can be caused by dehydration. So you need to replace those electrolytes. It can cause fatigue. Especially with endurance athletes, they can suffer from reduced power related to dehydration and not just from fuel depletion. It makes a big difference in your workouts when you are when you're hydrating yourself properly. Next, we're going to talk about build, and build is protein. So what are proteins? Proteins are made up of amino acids, and amino acids are the building blocks of our cells. They are also a source of energy and can regulate almost all of our metabolic processes in the body. So basically, why is it important to consume protein after you're done working out? Is because when you're exercise, you're damaging your muscles. You're tearing those muscle fibers. So you need to build those muscle fibers to help build your muscle, if that makes any sense. So quality protein in the right amount will help repair and rebuild your muscle. The primary goal post-workout should be to provide your body with an immediate, usually within about 30 minutes. You want to try to get that protein to the muscle, 30 minutes to an hour to fuel source to prevent it from breaking down your own muscle tissue. So ideally about 20 grams of protein post-exercise is ideal. And then we're going to talk about recover. And this is such an important part of any workout routine. A lot of people, they get done working out and they just leave. They don't bother stretching. They don't bother eating properly, whatever it may be. They're not recovering properly, which can diminish your results as well. So one of the main reasons why people don't continue to exercise is because of that muscle soreness. They're sore, they're tired, they think, oh, I'm just going to get more sore, so I'm not going to go back the next day, which is not doing yourself any good. You need to continue to do the exercises because that will decrease that muscle soreness, but you also need to fuel your body properly post-exercise, whether that be with the protein, giving yourself that rest time that you need in between exercise sessions. So the proper nutrition, it can help minimize delayed onset muscle soreness. So that usually happens between 24 and 72 hours after exercise. We want to be able to minimize that soreness so we can keep our training efforts on track. It can also prevent you from becoming discouraged and then dropping your objectives why you started working out in the first place. So better results and faster recovery for the next training session. So those are the main 4 key components of exercise. And Sarah's going to talk a little bit more about the different products for each one of these. So here is Sarah Bolger. She is a multi-marathoner, 10 marathons in 5 years. I can't even wrap my head around that. 3 of them were last year alone, and they were all fueled by Shaklee. So that is huge. High school basketball coach and a triathlete. Go ahead, Sarah.
Thank you, Trisha. Awesome learning about all the science behind everything here. Moira is also talking, if anyone's caught on the chat, that she loves the energy stick. We're going to talk a little bit about that. I think that's one of everyone's top new favorite things. And she has her dentist is an Iron Man who uses the Hydrate. And he says he doesn't get cramps. So we're going to talk about the benefits of that Hydrate Plus too. And Angie's asking if he uses it during his races or before. And Debbie is asking, the second day after workout is usually worse for me. Any recommendations of what I can do to alleviate that? Debbie, have you started with the Recover and the BioBuild? I know some of that can help with some muscle soreness. Trisha, do you have any other recommendations?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The build, making sure that you were taking that protein, within a half an hour or so after exercise. Also continuing to eat protein throughout the day will help. Yes. Clean protein will also help you recover that muscle. And then taking the Recover, which Sarah will talk about, that has been a game changer for me as well. Because I mix up my workouts quite often, that I always keep my muscles guessing and I get sore often. So it's been very effective for me with taking that at night. So continue to drink water throughout the day as well. The Hydrate while you're working out, but then continue to make sure that you're drinking enough water throughout the day.
So we're going to look at, Shaklee has created like 2 different product lines. The first one we're going to talk about are our fitness athletes. And these are just really anybody who's looking to tone their body, anyone who's trying to take a more active lifestyle, people that are getting up off the couch and moving. This could be someone who's walking every day, trying to lose weight, increase their fitness level, someone who's going to spin class, strength training, Orange Theory Fitness is popular, yoga, swimming, cycling, anything that's getting you up and moving is somebody who'd be a fitness athlete. Anybody who would be doing anything like that. So these are the products that are really designed to help you. So anyone on here who's a fitness athlete or thinks they're a fitness athlete, let us know who you are so we can kind of walk through some of these things for you. So the first thing we talked about is this Energize. And this Energize comes in this really cute little box. And then there's these awesome, easy to travel little strips that you can just tear open and dump in your drink. These are amazing. There's a big group of us who do, as Trisha mentioned, the 4:30 wake up calls. These are key. We kind of just I add them to about 3 ounces of water and gulp it down just because I don't want too much liquid in my stomach before I run. With this energy, you kind of help. It's powered by like green coffee bean extracts, and it's 0 calories. So you're not really consuming anything you're not consuming any calories before your workout. And it really I notice a huge difference that I can power through my workout, and I can actually power through a longer day, that my mornings, I'm not dragging on my mornings. Then the next product we talked about here is this Hydrate. So the Hydrate, again, also comes in a cute little box, and we have these amazing little, so great. They carry so well in your gym bag if you're not heading from home and you want to bring this with you. It provides all the essential electrolytes that Trisha was talking about that your body needs without all the sugar and the calories and all the artificial ingredients that you're finding in different things in the market. It also hydrates, it technically hydrates better than water. There's only 1 gram of added organic sugar, which helps increase your electrolyte absorption, and it helps bring you back for your body. So this Hydrate is great. This comes in a natural orange or a lemon lime flavor. So that is really great. And then the Build. We talked about this Build, which the Build is 100% grass-fed whey protein. It contains 50% more leucine than the traditional whey protein. And you might wonder, like, what is leucine and why is it important? Leucine is important because what it helps when you are a fitness athlete and most people are doing things to try and lose weight. And in general, a lot of times when you're trying to lose weight, your body is depleting your weight, fat, and muscle. But the leucine helps you maintain your lean muscle mass that you're working so hard to build while you're helping to lose weight. This also has 30 grams of protein. And Trisha can probably elaborate more on this, but I think I've heard, Trisha, how many grams of protein should you be consuming a day?
It depends on your body weight, but anywhere between, I would say, 55 and 75 grams a day.
Okay.
Depends on the individual, what your goals are. But a post workout amount would be about 20 grams.
So this is great.
So that's great. Absolutely.
And it's lower in carbs. I know a lot of things when you're looking on the market, they do have a higher carb intake. This only has 3 grams of carb and 1 gram of sugar. There are no added sugars in here too. So this is really going to help repair and build your lean muscles that you're working so hard to maintain. I'm trying to catch up on some notes here too. We'll have to go over them. Oh, and then the last thing that we talked about too is this Recover, which is this PM Recovery Complex. This has ultra pure tart cherry extract, which tart cherry extract is proven to help maximize your recovery and reduce inflammation. So when you are working out, you're going to be making your muscles sore. You're going to be getting them inflamed and everything. This will help reduce your inflammation naturally. It also includes our patented pain relief formula as well. And it's also known to help with the boswellia and the safflower to help you sleep better. So sleep is huge for your recovery post-workout. You need to get a good amount of sleep. And this PM Recovery not only helps heal your muscles, but also helps if you are having trouble sleeping. So we have that. So let's go through really quickly and just kind of see if we have any questions on this before we move on to the next one. Lots of fitness athletes here.
And a lot of both, people
Yeah.
asking, Angie was one that asked, can I be fitness and an
Yes.
endurance? And absolutely. I kind of go back and forth between the two as well. It just depends on, what I'm doing. I've run one half marathon. I'm not by any means Sarah. But I do go on longer runs certain days, and some days I go for more of a HIIT workout. So it really just depends on what you're doing on that individual day. And what your fitness goals are. But yeah, you can definitely be both.
Moira mentioned she had a friend who played Division I soccer, and the coach used to have them do shots of tart cherry juice after the games and workouts. And I actually had a friend who that's like very true to Moira. She did the same thing. She was in physical therapy as a marathon runner, and she was pregnant, and she was concerned about using just natural just anything over the counter for pain relief and recovery. And her physical therapist told her to do the tart cherry extract for her because it was safe and helping with her recovery. So it's really interesting to see all of this. The next thing we've got is our endurance athletes. And like Angie asked, is it possible to be an endurance athlete and a fitness athlete? And I am a huge believer that that is possible because while I was marathon training and doing long hour, 2 hour, don't want to know how long I was sometimes running, while I was doing those longer runs, I would have days where I'd go do a 45-minute spin class or go weight train and do something more on the fitness level. But an endurance athlete is really someone who's doing something for an extended period of time. They generally say if you're working out for like over that hour or 90-minute period, because you're going to need to replace some different things in your body. So this is marathon runners, long distance cyclists, long game players, swimming, triathlon, skiing, rowing. It's more just defined by the time that you are working out. And the first thing that we have, instead of the energized drink, we have these little energy chews. And these energy chews are very similar to the energized drink. This has your green tea extracts and some different vitamins, and this is to help you sustain your energy, improve your performance, keep your mood up. And they're little like Starbursts. They're like chewies. They kind of really melt in your mouth easily. And as a marathon runner, I loved these too because I'd get hungry, and you obviously don't want to be running or eating while you're running. And they would be great in my stomach. I could get these down. Moira is saying their son uses these before hockey, and my nephew is a cross country runner, and he takes this about half an hour before he runs. Yes, Jean is asking endurance over an hour. If you were to be biking for 3 hours, would you use the endurance line? I would say yes. I would say, especially with the hydrate, you're going to want a little more. Because you're going to want a little more. So you might want to substitute the hydrate for the hydrate plus. And we're going to talk about that in a second.
I would agree with you, Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not sure who STL90, you said you could be an endurance athlete simply because it takes me longer to run than others. Girl or guy, sorry, I don't know. I'm a slow runner. It takes me forever to run. It's the distance. It's just that you're out there moving. So yes, that's where sometimes the time you're going to want more there. So the next thing we're going to talk about is Hydrate Plus. And I don't have the new container of Hydrate Plus because I still have a giant container of the old Performance, which is the same product. We just kind of have rebranded. But this is the proprietary Optulite. We've got 6 different electrolytes in here. Trying to find my notes. This is clinically proven to help with your hydration, and it helps maintain your blood glucose levels, which is really important with your whole glycogen index and everything, to make sure that your body is getting, when you're doing this extended periods, you want to be getting the right forms of protein. Sugar, you do need sugars, and you need your carbs, and you need all that. So this Hydrate Plus is great for this to increase your endurance for your better performance across the way. It helps minimize your fluid loss and replaces those very, very important electrolytes that we were talking about during your workout. And we also have Build, which I just finished mine. We have a Build Plus, which is very similar to the other the Build that we talked about earlier. This is Physique. This is a banana flavored. This is going to help you again build your firm muscles, and it's going to help restore your muscles and your muscle repair with your recovery. There's more carbs in this than what's in the BioBuild because you are needing to replace these as an endurance athlete. I will say that last year, as Trisha mentioned, I did run 3 marathons, and the physique changed my recovery so much. I had been running for years, and I had known that after I hit a certain mileage, I was just going to be sore the next day, no matter how much I stretched, no matter how many ice baths I did. Like, it was just natural to do this. And I would do the physique, and I would not be sore at all. It really made a huge difference in my muscle recovery. It was great. And then the last thing that they talk about it is, again, the PM Recovery Complex. Same product for both lines. This doesn't change by any way, shape, or form. So I'm looking a little bit. Yes, Moira using the Hydrate Plus. And also about Moira mentioning the Hydrate Plus during marathons. Sometimes with marathons too, like, you really don't want something that's coated in sugar, like some of the things you find on the market. They're just going to upset your stomach when you're doing those long distance runs, or any running or anything that's extended. You don't want to have a lot of sugary stuff because it's going to upset your stomach. And that's one of the great things about the Performance, is it doesn't have as much sugar as things you find in the market today. Makes a huge difference on those long runs. Okay, so I think we've all kind of been talking, but I love hearing you guys, whether you're a fitness athlete, an endurance athlete, if you're a little bit of both. I definitely feel that I'm a little bit of both. Trisha mentioned that she is both. Sounds like we've got a really great mix of everyone here. So really quickly, we're just kind of going to go over these packs right now. You could, if you're interested in moving forward with any of these, with purchasing any of these, you can purchase it as a pack together, or you can purchase products individually. But these packs right now, through the end of the month, you get a free Shaklee branded glass water bottle. They're beautiful. I'm really trying to drink more out of the glass bottles. That's great. But in this Performance Fitness pack, so for the everyday lifestyle athlete, you're going to get 1 pack of the Energize. You get 20 sticks in here. You get 1 pack of the Hydrate. Again, you get 20 sticks in here, the Hydrate. You get a canister of 20 servings of the Build. It's either chocolate or vanilla. And then you get the PM Recovery Complex, the Recover. You'll get a bottle of that. So that is everything that's included in the Performance Fitness pack. And then we also have another fitness pack for the endurance. And this is really kind of just help your body get to that next level. As you can see, it really helps balance the protein and the carbs that your body needs for the energy to repair and to sustain yourself for those longer distance runs and longer time of working out. So again, this one, you'll get 2 packs of the Energy Chews. You get a canister about this size of the Hydrate Plus. You'll get the Build Plus, which is the Physique. And then you'll also get the PM Recovery Complex. So these are both, again, with this one as well, you also will get a free water bottle through the end. Oh, Trisha, interesting about the mild hip flexor pain has gone away from using the Recover.
Yeah, it's been kind of nagging for a while, and I thought, well, maybe I should kind of cut back on my running, and I started taking Recover, and it didn't go away overnight, but I would say within a week or so, it's literally completely gone. Because I had mentioned it to Rebecca, and she then said she started having sympathy pain because her hip flexors started to hurt as well. And I was like, you know what? It's actually gone away. So I definitely think that the Recover has definitely helped with that, because I haven't changed anything else up. So
right. And Angie is saying the same thing in some of her harder fitness workouts. She doesn't feel as sore, and sometimes she thinks she really should. Angie, I'm exactly the same way. I'm also sometimes shocked that even if I do feel sore, it doesn't last as long as it used to. And I'm not crawling out of bed wondering why am I working out.
The 2-3 day soreness is definitely not there anymore.
Yes.
And I change up my workouts quite a bit. Like I said, so I'm doing like a HIIT workout one day, a yoga one day. So I'm not ever doing the same thing where my muscles are going to plateau. So I'm constantly changing it. And I'm definitely not nearly as sore as I have been in the past.
So great to hear. I just want to work out with you every day, Trisha.
Come on, come on. You got to move out this way.
I know. Oops, I keep clicking that. Okay, so here's some other things. As we're talking about your health and your fitness, we can also talk about a lot of different other things with Shaklee and different ways that maybe you'd want to share some of these products with some of your fitness buddies. You know, if you're going to start working out a little harder and recover a little better, maybe you want your buddy to do it, the person who sits in the class with you, or maybe you want to go talk to your favorite instructor and ask them what their opinion is, or ask them what they would recommend, or if they'd even look at this to look at this as being an option that maybe they could provide it for you in their facilities. So lots of different ways that Shaklee can fit into your life and actually help with additional income. Trisha and I are planning on living long, healthy lives. So we need this extra additional Shaklee income to help pay for our long, healthy lives and pay for our expensive gym memberships, because we really enjoy this and want this. So I know, Trisha, my Shaklee income helps pay for my gym membership.
Absolutely. So. Absolutely. One more thing before we end here is we want to talk a little bit about the Shaklee Health Print. I'm sure that you guys have heard of this. And for those of you that haven't, kind of want you to get into contact with whoever invited you to this health chat. And they can send you, it's called the Shaklee Health Print. It's a personalized health assessment. It takes about 5 minutes to fill out. It's about 20 questions. They'll email it to you. And then after you answer some questions, it's going to send you a personalized health print of recommendations of products that you can possibly use that would help benefit what your health goals are. It allows us better to serve and support you with your health goals, basically. And with the new performance line, if you pick your number one health goal as maximize your athletic performance, you will actually receive a free box of the Hydrate. That's the free gift that they give you for filling out health print. So that's pretty cool. So whoever invited you to this health chat, get in contact with them and they can email you the health print to fill out.
And then the last thing we have, if anyone has any questions, we can keep this chat open for a couple more minutes. Kate, love hearing about your build and a huge impact. We also have next week, we are going to be having a free online class about allergies. And if anyone's been living in the Midwest and the area around me, I think everybody has been suffering these last 2 weeks with the weather changes and people feeling like they're sick. So this will be a great class to be learning about natural solutions to help with your allergies. Did I leave anything else out, Trisha?
Oh, I think we've covered everything.
Oh, Moira, this is great. Moira's got a great story of her son with allergies from 17 years ago, made some changes, and he's allergy free and so happy. I can actually say that, yes, Moira, that's great. Amazing. I love it. I had a huge Shaklee transformation with allergies. I woke up this past Monday feeling a little bit miserable, and I was reminded about how I used to live my life every day stuffed and congested and miserable, and you don't have to live life like that anymore. It's pretty amazing. So there is a better way. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, and everyone have a great evening.